aggressive. They're going bananas for Chris Jans and his state team as we welcome you to the SEC on ESPN. Two of the top defenses in college basketball going head-to-head in this one in a rematch from a couple of weeks ago. 9th-ranked Tennessee trying to bounce back from the weekend loss against Kentucky. 16-0 at one point. They went on to cruise to an 87-53 win in Knoxville. James Chase crowd on you fast, huh?
Yeah, already got two guys out. Can't have a third player out with a dog bite.
Oh, no. Right back to basketball. Mississippi State coming off of a loss to Auburn, 69-63. They're top 10 in the country in defensive efficiency. The struggles have come on this end of the floor. Tolu Smith is their go-to guy, and he puts up an air ball from 10 feet. State scoring less than 66 points a game. They're shooting only 41% as a team. But like Tennessee, they've been elite defensively. Ziegler has played starters minutes, and he gets off the first shot for Tennessee that's off the mark. Kama with the save, and State comes up with it. Same starting five as is typical for Chris Jans and this Mississippi State team, which has lost 5 of its last 6 after an 11-0 start to the season. Good dump down to Smith, and he gets that one to go.
And a great job there by Mississippi State. Not said as a great shooter, he's also the best cutter in the SEC. So the ball movement and cutting off the ball must be there for Tennessee. They can't get stagnant.
James backs it out. Mississippi State opening in man. Tennessee expects to see a heavy dose of zone tonight, but not yet. James with the floater.
You can't play it for the Volunteers.
Olivier Kama trying to put it on the floor. And the freshman Phillips is off the mark. They'd like him to be a little bit more aggressive. Only got up 2 shots in the Kentucky loss. Bank shot. It's open for Deshaun Davis.
On the perimeter, try to get a turnover.
Wingspan of 7 feet, 5.5 inches. But he dumped it underneath him, and then Kamwa commits the foul. And that'll 8 of 13 from the floor. He's been their leading scorer for State. Tolu Smith has been hovering around the 53% mark. Jonas Zaidu thought about the 3. He joined us late. Tennessee is without 2 starters, Santiago Vescovi and Tyreek Key, as Julian Phillips throws it.
He's so aggressive on the defensive end. With more minutes, he has to play without fouling.
Fantastic move by Cameron Matthews. Wow, beautiful pass. It'll be a goaltending call against Kamwa. It was the cut and the pass, and Shaquille Moore credited with the layup.
On the second, as a really nice set play by Mississippi State to take advantage of Tennessee trying to play up big on a guard on that baseline.
Come in the paint against Auburn on Saturday. All 22 of the first half points came in the paint. Another State takeaway. Jones with the ball fake, flew right by. 3-ball coming, Shaquille Moore, and Mississippi State.
Tip behind plays. That time it leads to a transition 3 for Moore, and the Bulldogs playing with some confidence.
Tennessee's had 10 possession. Volunteers have turned it over 5 times. And now foul in the post, and that'll be charged as Stevenson. That's his freshman from Hyde Park, New York, at the free throw line. 7-0 run to take control of this game. And Tolu Smith, who's returned to the floor, was on a bench for a good chunk of that. Matthews drives and draws the foul. Toby Owaka with his first. And he's got ESPN app. Matthews 1 of 2 from the line. At the top of that list, here's Ziegler. Just beat the shot clock. Rare is not even dressed out tonight. And Key, Best could be out with a shoulder injury. Key suffering a little bit of an illness. He's under the weather, which came to as a surprise to a lot of people. Took part in the shoot around. We had a great chat with him this afternoon, or late morning. Nice move by Tolu Smith. Vescovy, I think,
match with those guys out.
A combined 22 points a game between Vescovy and Key. What was that?
He saw a cutting James, and good deflection by the Bulldogs.
Whoa! Aggressive line taken on the run by DJ Jeffries, who will go to the free throw line.
Beat up Tennessee on the boards. They were the tougher team And that's not the identity of a Rick Barnes program, yet guys on the team to kind of break you down and penetrate. He feels like he's the only guy, and he's got to rely on his teammates. They got to pass, cut, move, don't let the ball stick the way this Rick Barnes offense is supposed to operate.
And then another foul on Tennessee, and Jonas Adu commits his.
Yeah, he told a couple guys, hey, if you turn it over again and shoot around, you aren't for play. He drew up knowing Ziegler was going to be in denial on the wing. So one of their favorite plays, money, that they typically do for Vescovy on some of that baseline screening action. And so, again, you're seeing the loss of Key and Vescovy right now on the Tennessee offense.
Nice drive and finish by Shaquille Moore. Volunteers have missed their last 8. 4 turnovers in the last 6 minutes. Just 24% shooting for Tennessee. James got it. Tennessee needed that one.
And a better look a little bit later in the shot.
Will McNair calling for it. State wanted the kick out. Instead, it stayed in the hands of Shaquille Moore, and he'll go to the free throw line.
And that's dominant, even though that's his favorite spot.
Top of the SEC standings on a 6-game win streak.
That was a team I saw earlier in the year. That
win against South Carolina. Thought Alabama had a beatdown win. They only won by 40 against LSU. Meshack puts it on the hardwood. Denied. Multiple dogs there to take him the other way. Chance to run for State. Meshack blew out his shoe on one end. Can't get back. The 3 is short. And just as Meshack got back, James found it.
Yeah, I've seen a player lose a shoe. I haven't seen him lose both. No wonder it took Meshack so long to get back.
Out to James. And the rebound will be off of Phillips, and they put it up in the backcourt.
And that can happen when you don't have one of your better passers taking the ball out of bounds. But Brendan Owaka, nothing easy on the offensive end, and the message to show, and I would expect 5 to respond really well in the second half.
Knocks down defensive chops. Plavcic all alone, and he throws it down. Just a few minutes ago by 9, about 4 minutes ago. Now State has gone cold, made just one of the last 7, and that won't solve it. Picked up by Smith. He's challenged, and then he's able to reverse it in.
Great stick up. He tries to block everything, goes after every rebound. And with Coach Barnes not happy with the way Kamwa started this game. Granted, Kamwa does have 2 fouls.
But he was in the non-con.
A heart and soul leader of the team. I mean, that rarely happens, but just shows his natural leadership ability.
Owaka had a mismatch. I didn't see him. Ziegler keeps it himself off the box and in.
What a unique lineups where rarely do you see Owaka and Plavcic, your 2 big men, in the game together. But
first look at the zone from State at the 1-3-1. Ziegler. And there's Phillips with the rebound.
And Rick Barnes likes to have 2 rebounders down low against a 1-3-1. That's where you have a numbers advantage. Capitalize there.
6-0 Tennessee run. About a 5-second difference between the game and shot clocks. Shot clock at 4 now. Davis gives it up, a forced 3 off the mark, and Tennessee will have a chance for the lead. James heaves it, and they'll go into the locker room tied at 23 after trailing for most of the first half. Tennessee.
Welcome to College Sports USA, your channel providing college sports highlights and news all year round. Just a reminder to please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.
Couple of fouls. Reed sat for a good chunk of the first half. Post touch, Tolu Smith dumps it off. Matthews, quick recovery by Kamwa. Shot clock at 5, and all alone is Reed.
Well, just to see a little confused on where their man was, easy 2 for the Bulldogs.
Tennessee closed the first half on a 6-0 run. Phillips got that one blocked by Smith. How can they be better in the half court besides?
You see, Tom, for the most part, his team's baiting guys into an outside shot like that. If you want to open up driving lanes.
He has made as many threes in this game as they did all Saturday against Kentucky. Now 3 for 16 from deep in this one. Driving a dish. And an answer on the state side from Reed. All 5 of his.
Open for both ball clubs. Who can convert a little bit again to get some of that inside-out game going.
Kamwa puts it on the deck. What a screen by Plavcic, and Kamwa just went around his partner. James brought a double, and that one was erased by Phillips. 3 defenders had eyes on that one. Ziegler with the drive.
There you go. That's a good shot for James. Turned down the corner 3.
An auspicious start to this game for James, who nearly landed on Bully at the opening tip. Here's Reed again. He's got 7 now this half. He didn't score. Reed feeling it. Smith got away with a push-off. And now another 3 from State. This one good from DJ Jeffries.
And the point of emphasis for your teammate when you put the ball on the deck. They're sharing the ball extremely well right now.
Another Tennessee 3. This ties it, coming out of the hands of James.
You love to see the comp.
Phillips drew the foul. Looked like they knocked heads.
And impose their will. The freshman Phillips lowers his shoulder. Looks like he created the contact there.
And it was a cylinder call on top of that. Been a 1-possession game since.
I like this lineup for Tennessee. You've got shooting, you've got athleticism, and Kamwa is a big that can stretch the court a little bit.
Great hands by Adu to keep it alive. And the freshman Phillips got hands on the ball. This is a huge opportunity for Mississippi State. A team that started the season 11-0, then struggled with a neutral site loss to Drake and Lincoln, Nebraska, opened with SEC loss to Alabama. Ziegler with the 3. In Tennessee, good example of why they'd go under on it. And Moore fouled on the drive.
You're right, but
Shaquille Moore, junior out of, as we illustrated over the course of the season already.
And Moore has done his work to compliment Smith, but Moore with 11 already in this one.
Ziegler got free. Money on a play that they run for Vescovy. He's got 14 off back-to-back threes now. Jeffries has it blocked by Adu. Tolu Smith cleans it up. Off of his leg after Meshack had knocked it away. Nice shake by Moore working on the big, and he draws a foul on Toby Awaka. And season. Coming up at 9 East. Moore drains them both. He is perfect from the free throw. State +5 at the free throw line tonight. Got a post touch for Awaka, and then they're going to get a foul. And that'll be Danable. He's only 5 for 10 on the season. They just never got to share the court with Dane Bradshaw. Basketball through the top 5 scoring defenses. Moore, the hezzy, and draws the foul on Meshack, which is his first. Jack, he's the current bully, and well, he thought he was playing some basketball with Josiah Jordan-James when this game started. This was the opening tip, and Bully was going for the ball, and James almost squashed him.
Great reaction.
If you think you've seen this before, we'll take you back to 1996. Robert Baker, after a touchdown catch against Georgia, and UGA 5 went right after him. By the way,
everybody's so soft these days.
They are soft. That was a game Georgia won 56-49 and 4-0. By the way, Matt Stinchcomb was asked about it. He was on that squad, or any of the plays in a 4 overtime game. Shaquille Moore's got 15.
The hesitation cost him. He had the mismatch.
And now State takes the lead on a three by Deshaun Davis. Go figure for either one of these teams that their defense would lead to offense. Kama spins. And then a bump after the offensive rebound is a foul on Sean Jones Jr.
Honey and tea over and all types of medicine.
What do you think is more of a detriment? Half of State's makes since the break have come from behind the arc. Matthews quickly with it, back to Moore. Double clutched and put it off the window.
And he's got a terrific pump fake. He really sells that fake, and Tennessee has bit a number of times on 3 and black.
Blavcic went over the back for it, and he gets whistled for the foul. That's his third.
A 3 by
and missed the front end. Blavcic got it deep. Whoa! Followed jam by Julian Phillips.
Again, one of his greatest 3 extremely well.
Best ever.
Yep.
Minutes off the bench here in the second half. And meanwhile, Julian Phillips knocks them both down. Tennessee leads by 2.
2 things. One, Mississippi State not a good 3-point shooting team, but allow a little bit of rest for Ziegler, but guy who hadn't taken a single play off. How about Julian Phillips?
By 4. Largest lead of the game for Tennessee was 5. Davis working on Ziegler. Here's Jeffries. Big 3 for DJ Jeffries. His second
to cause alarm.
Ziegler, they went under again, and he made him pay again.
Tough possession for Mississippi State there. That's an unforced turnover. Good hands by James, but you got to be able to make that kick out pass.
9th turnover for State. Ziegler off the window. And a timeout taken. Whopper juice in the first half. He has cleaned it up in the second. And looking to carry Tennessee to a road win. That's their 4th true road game of the season. After the long home win streak came to an end, and a big-time answer from Shaquille Moore.
Get to the free throw line and connect from deep. He has kept Mississippi State in this thing offensively.
Ziegler got hot when they were running him off screens, playing the 2 guard. And then Phillips took over. Now Ziegler does it again. Tavern on a Friday night. State down 6. Make it 3. They should. The Bulldogs have hit some huge shots when it looked like Tennessee had a stranglehold on this game. James!
Time Mississippi State was on defense, they did a better job running Tennessee off that 3-point line and say, all right, Tennessee, you've proven you can beat us from 3. Now beat us from 2.
Kamwa yanks. Got it! Whoa! Where'd that come from?
Come back. It's got to start with some consecutive stops. And if you're Chris Jans, you look at a lot of 3-point shots Tennessee has made, and a lot of them have been contested. And a few that you've gone under the screen on intentionally with Ziegler make him beat you from deep, and he just has.
Lou Smith forgot it, finds it again, drives on Adu, and he'll go to the free throw line. And Dane, I would
already in help position, daring teams to beat him from 3. But right now, Tennessee is one of only a couple.
Than typical. Tolu Smith goes 1 of 2. Free throw line. Now full court man-to-man. Looking to trap. First pass. Ziegler's played every minute tonight. Phillips gets it across, and a 10-second violation. Rick Barnes losing his mind. It is the 16th turnover of the game for Tennessee.
Over in time. To be candid, my laptop was blocking the shot clock. What'd you see?
I think you're right, but you've got a ThinkPad the size of like a 2006 IBM computer.
A lot of storage here. So.
Yeah. Here's Jeffries. Offensive foul. Josiah Jordan James picks up his 2nd charge. Likely want to get it back. Kamwa looking for him. There's the jump. He got him trapped, nearly walked with it. No problem for James, but then he's trapped. Phillips, the freshman, with the lob, and a finish by Adu.
What a pass.
Largest lead of the game with under 2 minutes to play. And if they pull this one off after being a struggling offensive team in the first half. And we're going to foul going the other way. Olivier Camo at the free throw line. Team has only missed once from the free throw. Largest lead of the game for UT with 90 seconds to play here in Starkville. So dump off, and they got Ziegler for the foul. I think one thing,
but you know, this is a guy that on the road, a lot of players would just say, man, it's not my night. And that's why Rick Barnes trusts him. I don't know that Ziegler is the best point guard in the SEC. He's up there, but I know Rick Barnes would not take any other point guard in this league rather than number 5.
Well, that is really unfair to the officials. I know it's a hard call to make anyway when your eyes are elsewhere, but for the review to be that limited makes a scoring play really tough. And now we got a walk by Kamwa, and State still has.
But it's opened up here in the second half.
They've hit 6 threes here in the second half. Matthews, no. And Shaquille Moore tracks it down. Under a minute to play. 2s or 3s, doesn't matter. Just got to score and do it quickly. Davis has that rejected after a second ball fake. You need to foul, yeah? Unless you're good with it. Try to pressure Ziegler.
Yeah, try to turn him over here, and you can't get the trap, but
5 turnovers. Second half, 14 points. 4 of 4, pardon me, 0 of 6 from 3. 24 points, a career high for Zakai Ziegler.
There may be a player as tough as Ziegler in the country, but nobody more tough than Zakai Ziegler.
Davis challenged 3. And Tennessee will be able to run out this clock. And what a win for Tennessee to come on the road after struggling in the first half in a game that was tied, and Ziegler turned it around almost by himself. Rick Barnes and Chris Jans shake hands. We'll get you to the Australian Open in just a moment. Our final score, 9th-ranked Tennessee with the win on the road, 70-59 over Mississippi State.
As usual, thanks for watching, and please provide your comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as it helps the channel out.